Greetings, it's me, Saucetastic McSauce, and welcome to a brand new series I am making here. This is Lord of the Rings Online. It is one of my favorite games of all time, especially MMO-wise, probably #1 for me. I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan, so being able to immerse myself in the world is just very satisfying, and I think it's a really, really fun game. So I want to introduce, my loyal viewers to this. So I've played a lot of these different classes before. If you're not sure how it works, you pick a different race. You've got man, high elf, dwarf, stout axe. This is the one race I don't have. This is like you have to unlock with premium currency, which I have enough currency, but I don't really feel like doing it. So you have river hobbit, elf, Beorning. So a whole bunch of different races, and they all have different bonuses. I mean, they're small. Like men, you get like minus this stat plus this stat. That's how most of them are. Most races are really just kind of an aesthetic choice. But it also, the main thing of your race is where you start. So if you're a man, or I guess if you're just men, start in Breeland. If you don't know much about Lord of the Rings, the world, Middle-earth, this will be a good introduction for you. So we have then elves and dwarves start in Arid Luin. So we got Arid Luin, which is over to the very far west of Middle-earth. You got river hobbits and hobbits will start in the Shire, of course. And then you have Beornings will start, I believe they also start in Breeland. So I mentioned I have a lot of different characters. So I played most of these classes before, so I'll go through a quick run through. So Beorning is kind of a unique class. It's you can only play it by selecting the Beorning race, where they're like a melee DPS kind of tanking class. They can really kind of do anything. They can do DPS, they can tank, they can support, but their main feature is they change back and forth from a man to a bear to use different skills. So it's kind of cool. I have a Beorning I've played on before. Not super high level on it, but it is very fun. I think it's the most recent character I've played. But I wanted to start a new character for this. Not going to start any in progress characters. So then we've got Burglar. This is your kind of thief rogue character. It's burglars they're a little more complicated because you have like an invisibility stealth mechanic. Pretty cool. I've tried one before. It hasn't been my favorite class because it just ends up feeling very slow sometimes, where you're trying to stealth around everyone. You have Brawler. This is a fun class where you're just beating the crap out of people with your fists. So that's always fun. We have Captain. This is kind of like your Paladin class almost. This is a fun class. This is one of I think like my second highest level character is a Captain. It's cool. You get to do a mix of like melee, but you also get a couple like ranged light attacks, and then you also get to command around a herald. I think it mentions here they can summon a herald, where you can get a little melee guy, or you can get a ranged guy, or you can get a guy who buffs you. So pretty cool. Champion is your most basic melee DPS class. They put on strong armor, wield big swords, and kill things. Guardian is also a melee class, which they can do plenty of damage, but they do get a little more tanky. So of course, Guardian with the big shield right there. So and then you have Hunter. This is your kind of ranger class. This was my very first character that I made, was a Hobbit Hunter several years ago, and very fun class to play. So I still haven't made my mind up on which class I want to play. I might do Hunter. I'm thinking either Hunter or Guardian, because I've actually never made a Guardian, and it's been a long time since I've played a Hunter, so we'll see. Lore Master, this is kind of your wizard class. This is my highest level character, is a Lore Master. Very fun to play. You get to, shoot fireballs, shoot lightning, cause earthquakes. Very cool. But I don't think we'll be doing a Lore Master, just because I've played a lot of it in the past. Mariner is kind of a mix. It's kind of similar to you know, like champion or burglar, where they wear like medium armor, so they're not as tanky, and they have this is the most recent class added. It's kind of like a pirate themed class, so kind of interesting. I don't think we'll be doing it though. Just I've played it a bit before, and it's not my favorite. My character was kind of low level, so you know, we'll see. And then you got minstrel. This is another kind of magic class. This one's a little more themed around support and healing, but they can also do plenty of damage. Very cool, where you get different instruments, and that does different like damage buffs and things. So pretty cool there. Runekeeper is also a very fun class. This is another wizard style class where they do you know, a mix of fire, lightning, and ice damage through using rune stones, and they're more faster and you know, light on their feet than a lore master, where you're going to be standing still for a second to cast a big heavy spell. And then you have Warden. This is hands down the most complicated class in the game. Warden is fun, don't get me wrong. I have a Warden. They've got some really great abilities, some of the best mobility in the game. They get a huge speed buff bonus, and a lot of great travel skills, but it's a very complicated system of building up combos and activating abilities with certain combo builder skills. So it's cool, but we're not going to be doing that today. But I think we're going to be going with Hunter, because Guardian, I haven't played it before, but it's just hitting things with a sword. Can get kind of old, so Hunter is fun. I think we want to go. Let's see, what race do we want to go for Hunter? Do we want to be super generic and go for an elf Hunter? We go with a man. I don't want to go Hobbit because I already made a Hobbit Hunter a long time ago. I haven't played on that character in years, so it's not that big of a deal. I think we'll go. You know, elf Hunter. We'll just make Legolas here. So I think that'll be fun. They get a bonus to agility, which is perfect. That's the main stat ability that that hunters use. So we will. I think we will make an elf hunter here. So let's continue with this, and let's see here. We can select our character's origin, which just kind of, it's also mostly purely an aesthetic choice, but that's all we're doing here is aesthetic choices. So where do we want his origin to be? And I'm gonna try to be getting into the lore here. Normally I just kind of skip through the dialogue, stuff like that, but for the sake of you know, entertainment and just getting into the lore, because I really do love Lord of the Rings. The world is just so expansive and cool, and there's a lot of great dialogue in this game that often just gets skipped over. So we hail from Lindon, the green lands of the elves between Ered Luin and the sea, where Gil-galad, the last great elf king, once ruled. Círdan the shipwright now rules there from Mithlon, the Grey Havens. So we could do that. We could do Lorien. You come from Lothlorien, the fabled golden woods, whose elves dwell high in the Malin trees and are ruled by Celeborn and the Lady Galadriel. We could do Mirkwood. This would be if we are making you know, Legolas here. That's where he would be from. A wood elf of Mirkwood, once called the Green Wood. So we might do that one. And we've got you know, Rivendell, of course, the classic elf land, or you know, elf city, whatever. We will be spending lots of time in Rivendell. Let me tell you that. So that's of course Rivendell, which is ruled by Elrond, and then Edhelion, which is the great elf haven in the south, built by Amroth upon the bays of Belfast or Belfalaz. Names like Elrond, Legolas. Oh wait, yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So what do we want to do? We want to do Mirkwood. It doesn't really matter. I kind of like Edhelion. Maybe if I can pronounce it. Sure, we'll do that one. The Great Elf Haven of the South. We kind of got some mystery to our character. So we've got some different presets here of what our character wants to look like. I mean, you know, this is also, it's not the latest graphics. But I think it's still, especially this, I mean, this game originally came out in like 2007 or something, so give them a break if it's not the most insane graphics, but I think it still looks quite good. These are just some different presets. Body type, this is like, we want to be kind of strong. So skin, what does this do? Skin color, I think that skin color's fine. Head, oh man, there's a lot of different customization here. I've never really customized them too much. Usually I just kind of hit randomize, which, you know, why don't we try that? Boom, 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 boom. Nah. Nah. I don't mind this one. The hair is not my favorite, but I like the face. I like the complexion. I like the freckles. That's good. So let's, we want to go to hair. Change the hairstyle. Are we getting, are these like female hairstyles? I don't know. Elves kind of have female hairstyles. Let's see, what do we want here? Oh wait, the hair decoration, I don't want that. Just kind of a classic. I kind of like, what was that, this one? I think that's fine. Just kind of classic long elf hair. Get kind of red hair there. I think we'll go with this guy. I think that sounds good. Maybe his mouth is a little large. Make it a little smaller. Is that even... on his name to be? What do we want? Let's see, some random names. Hangast. Linglas? What about Langlass? Nah, that's... Because we want to kind of... I want to get into the role-playing a little bit. The random names are not great. I will admit. So, we go with... So, let's look at some of these name endings. So, we've got... some... We'll use this. Common prefixes. Let's pick one we like. So, we got... the problem is, since you have to have a unique name, no characters can have unique names, and I think this, like... I mean, this game has been out for a long time, so we might have to be a little creative here. So, how about... we'll go with, Halrandir. That's probably taken now. Let's see. Taken. Rats. Let's go, okay. I like Randir as the Sir, or the name ending. How about, Gilrandir? Oh, deleted the whole thing. Gilrandir. That name is taken. Grr. Okay, maybe. Give it a sec to load, and we'll see. I might go through and trim this a bit to cut out some load times. So not too bad. I could also just talk during them. So the main reason why I'm kind of coming back to LOTRO, it's been a bit since I've played, is they just recently they just transferred all their servers from 32-bit to 64-bit, which is pretty big. It's going to hopefully allow for a big boost in performance, because I know sometimes lag is an issue. Okay, I'll quiet.
Under the care of your master. You find yourself in the midst of a brutal attack by greedy dwarves of the Dowerhand family. Their king, Skorgrim, thirsts for power with an unnatural lust, and you are in the eye of the storm.
Alright, so Skorgrim is a bad man, and we are here with Elrond. So the first thing I'm going to do before we start is increase the size of the UI, because everything is way too small by default. So we are going to ramp it up to, I like probably 1.4 I think is good. What I like about this game is how customizable the UI is, and I just activated that, which allows me to move pieces of the UI around. I think I'm going to need, let me click on Elrond. The tutorial here. So let's look at our quest log here. So it's good. I know most of the tricks around this game, so I shouldn't struggle too much. So we need to approach Elrond. So he beckons for us to come and speak with him, for a war rages outside. So here's the background. While visiting at Helion with our master, an elf named Telegan, that's our master I guess, the mountain refuge suddenly finds itself under attack from a violent, bloodthirsty dwarf named Skorgrim, king of the Dowerhand family. So we are, there we are. Here's our guy. Oh, boom. So we'll go through the different systems as we progress through the game. But let's go talk to Elrond. Yeah, I know how to move the camera. I don't need the tutorials. He wishes to speak with us. So one thing with this game is there's a lot of text. There is, especially in the later content, there's a lot more voice acting. But especially in the beginning content, there is a lot of text you need to read. So I'll be reading that out because, you know, I'm here for your entertainment.
You cannot tarry here any longer.
Skorgrim's forces are upon us, and I fear they make straight for this library. He seeks the relics of Helion, though I do not know what a dwarf could want with them. These relics were once coveted by a gaunt lord of old. I think the fool believes he'll become immortal if he acquires them. Alright, so Elrond is giving us a satchel. So let's open up the satchel, and let's get some starter loot out of it. I've obtained an item. Yeah, I'm going to turn these hints off because I know this, and you don't need to see it because I'll explain it. So we just, so right-click to pick it up, and we'll open our inventory here. We have a few things in here, so let's just look through here. This is the... Wait, did we actually take the loot out of the satchel? Okay, we did. This is the loot that was in the satchel. So we have a knife, a table knife, which I think these... The table knife is actually slightly worse, does less DPS. So, but we can equip 2 weapons. Oh, yeah, and let's also move our bags a little over to the right here. So you get a good amount of inventory space. I think each of these holds 15 items, and we get 4 of these, or 5 of these, sorry. So that's 15 times 5 is, what is that? Excuse me, 75, I think, right? Yeah. So, so let's open up our character panel here and move these bags over a little more so we can equip stuff easily. So here's our character. So these are all equipment slots. So there's a lot of different equipment you can have. So you can have 2 earrings, a necklace, 2 bracelets, 2 rings, a pocket item. You can have, and then, so that's kind of your jewelry on this side. And then on this side is kind of your armor. So you have a helmet, shoulder pads, a cape slot, chest plate, of course, gloves, leg, pants, you know, shoes. And then this is, we'll deal with that later. And then here's our, like, weapons equipped. So we can have 2 primary, or, you know, 2 melee weapons equipped and a ranged weapon. So we have some... Did we equip our knives already? We got the table knife. Yeah, so these are both equipped, and we have a we start with some items, but then we're just gonna immediately replace them. So let's equip the stick bow. So there we go, a slightly better bow. And then this is just some stuff because I've been playing the game for several years, which we won't open that yet. And we don't. I'll just use that real quick. Consume that. And, oh, actually, we just got that, so we can toggle custom character portraits. Which one do we want to go with? The swashbuckler frame? I don't really like that one. I like the VIP frame is pretty good. I'll go with that one. All right, so enough explaining. We got our new weapons equipped. Let's talk to Elrond.
You are better armed.
And just for future reference, I won't read the things that they actually say, so we're going to start right here. Your master, Telegan, wishes to see you before you venture out into the fray, but do hurry. This place is not safe for you. And yeah, I already equipped my weapons and stuff, so boom. So let's follow Elrond here. He wishes to speak with us before we set off to defend Helion. Oh, there he is. He was right here. Quickly, say what you wish to say. Aegoron, right? Aegoron? Yeah, that's a good name. It's not safe here for long. Aegoron, my dear student, I wish I could let you stay safe within these walls, but Elrond tells me that Skorgrim makes straight for this library. You must survive the battle outside, I am afraid. I worry for you. Duel with me one last time, my friend, and show me that you are ready. It will ease my heart. So we're gonna fight with this guy. So let's go through the basics of combat here. So, didn't I... Oh, this... Okay, so he's attacking me. So, that's alright, though. He's not really going to do any damage. So, so we right-click, and that does our basic attack, where we just kind of auto-attack. It does a little damage. But our main attacks are going to be these skills here. So, we start with 4 skills. So, we've got Barbed Arrow. Let's shoot him with that. Bit of a wind-up, and then pew! It shoots him. Oh, alright, there we go. We bested him. But I'll just go through the skills we have real quick. So, we have... Oh, man. The ground is shaking violently. Man, I'm going to have to get out there. But first, let's go through this. Let's just go through this quick. So we got Barbed Arrow. So it's got a 30-meter range. It's a induction skill, which is that bit of a wind-up that you saw. So it takes 1.5 seconds. My arrow can cause a wound that bleeds and slightly slows movement speed. So it'll do 6 to 8 common damage on hit, and then it'll also deal 4 damage every 2 seconds for 12 seconds. That's the bleed, and then it will make them move 10% slower. And it also, it costs 2 power. This, we have these 2 bars here in our character. Green is our health, or it's called morale in this game, and blue is our mana, pretty much, which is called power. So both of these regenerate automatically, but if we're using stuff too quickly, we can run out of power. Although it's typically never really an issue, but it can be sometimes. So we've got, so that costs 2 power, and it adds 1 to focus, that's the unique mechanic with the hunter, is the focus mechanic. That's this little bar here above the sword. That's the combat feature there. When we are in combat, this will like light on fire, show you we're in combat. So some skills, like I believe this one, requires focus. So it's you have to build up focus with the other skills. And this one, you see this one does more damage. This one does 11 to 15 damage and ignores 3% of enemy armor. Pretty much that's what mitigation is. So, so this one we might want to move over here just so you know this is kind of our highest damage skill right now. Actually, well, maybe this is our highest damage skill. We've got blind side. So we can play around with it a bit, but this is a quick attack. It's an immediate skill. It doesn't require any wind up like the barbed arrow, but it will add 3 to focus, and it just does a decent amount of damage pretty quickly. And then we've got quick shot, which actually has an induction. So some of these we might not end up using. Some skills are just kind of outclassed by others, but we'll see. We've been talking about that for long enough, so let's talk to Elrond.
No time to waste.
We need to go outside with Tel'Garan and see what can be done to stop Skorgrim from advancing. The Dour Hands cannot be allowed to take the Gaunt Lord's relic. I have vowed to keep them safe. I will hide the relics, then I will join Telegan in protecting the library. Be safe, young hunter. That's me, the hunter, and it's time to leave. We are going out the door. Boom. Now I'm going to take a little sip of water. Ugh. All right. So let's see what's going on out here. Oh, man. Oh, man, go away. Aegoron, hurry! We have little time! Oh my god, this place is on fire! This will heal, as do all wounds. I don't know.
The shadow has risen.
Go, Aegoron! This is where the storm will converge. Ed Hellben is down below. He will let you through the gate to protect what is left of this refuge. Alright. We have to go this way to defend the library. Go, Aegoron. Alright, here we go. Going off by herself. Oh man, looks like that guy just there was a guy, a dwarf he just killed, a dour hand. These are these guys that are attacking us, evil dwarves. Come, Aegon, quickly. The east gate. To the east. Oh man. Oh my god, he's got a troll out there. Skorgrim's forces are pressing on us. He's gonna break.
Megovanen. Ithilien is ruined.
The old refuge of Athelion lies abandoned, a ruined testament to the greed of Skorgrim Dowerhand. 600 years after its fall, dwarves inhabit the ancient halls in the mountains, and Elrond of Rivendell, sensing a threat, has sent his sons Elrohir and Elladan along with a company of elves to investigate.
I have come to offer my service to this party of elves.
It is interesting that the dwarves arrived when we did, though we came for different purposes.
Will you lend me your ear?
My father is great among the wise, and his dreams and foretellings do not often stray from the mark.
Maid of Onan, what do you make of this riddle?
I was the one who led the party here, but there is a slight flaw in my thinking.
Why did Dorolas lead us here? Skorgrim is dead.
Greetings, friend. Will you lend me your ear? Greetings to you.
You have a true warrior's heart.
I do not think I have the will to go back into that place. I was here when Aphelion fell.
What do you need?
That is a vile little flower, and one I have not seen before. Red flowers leading a trail of blood through the snow.